Hey you guys, how is everything going? So I'm testing out this new tool that I've started using to stream. So I am streaming in not one, not two, but 3 places at the same time. So I'm live on LinkedIn, I'm live on Periscope, and I'm live on Facebook all at the same time, which is super cool and super fun. Let me turn on the light to brighten up this area a little bit. So what I wanted to jump on tonight and talk to you guys about is the fact that we are 3 days away from the 4th annual GSD Summit. So to give you a little bit of a background, I've been doing the Get Shit Done Summit ever since 2016. And the reason why I started this summit was because I was going around talking to folks and hearing so much about all the different entrepreneurs and creators and doers, people that were out there getting stuff done, but I felt like they weren't being highlighted enough. And then at my place of work at the time, they kept on joking, oh, Georgie gets shit done. Every day, Georgie gets shit done. And it was like kind of a pun on my maiden last name, which is Getting. So I've heard all the jokes you could think of that are around getting. So getting shit done, getting it done, like all the things. And I'm just like, guys, can we stop? But it inspired me to create the Get Shit Done Summit. And it's a summit for doers, by doers, and it's supposed to help dreamers and doers to be more productive and get stuff done. So this year is the 4th year. The first year we did it in person. The second year was in person in New York. 3rd year last year when I moved to Georgia, I decided, do I stop the GSD Summit or do I keep it going? Figured out a way to have it be 100% online, and it was amazing. Had people from New York, Australia, Alabama, Israel, Canada, like all over the world. People were attending the summit, Florida, and I was just like, I'm doing this again. I'm doing this summit online. Like, it makes no sense to keep doing it in person if it has such a high impact online. So this year, the 4th year, the Get Shit Done Summit is back online, and it has a great lineup of speakers. And I've done something really special this year is I've partnered with a few platforms that will allow me to amplify the conference. So one of our partners is Remo, and that allows you to digitally network and connect and meet people online. So I'm gonna be dropping a video tomorrow to show everybody kind of how this online conference thing works, because a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to just be watching a video, I'm stuck in a chat, I don't want to do that. Well, Remo is changing the game. You're not just going to be in a chat. You're going to be able to visually see people and connect with them at individual tables. And to me, I love doing in-person events, right? I've done over 100 in-person events in the last 4 years. And so in-person events are really key. Personable, you're connecting, you're interacting, you want to talk to people. That's normal. That makes sense. And so now what I think that Remo allows you to do is bring that in-person networking vibe to a tech ecosystem, like craziness. I'm telling you guys, when I found out about this technology, I was like, this is going to be a game changer. There's so many technologies out there, but look out for my commercial. I'm dropping this commercial tomorrow, November 14th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check on all my socials, and trust me, you will be blown away. And you will, if you've been hesitating on, oh, should I get the GSD Summit ticket? Oh, should I not get the GSD Summit ticket? There's not going to be no more hesitation. Like, you are going to make sure you register. So since it's online, there's unlimited capacity. So if you haven't registered and you still want to register, you can up till 10 a.m. on Saturday. Up till the moment of the summit, you can register and get access to the conference. But I would recommend, earlier the better. There's a couple of pre-emails going out to attendees to let them know what to expect, to make sure that they're prepared, making sure that the technology is set up right so that they could get the full benefit of the summit. So we have 2 ticket options: the general admission, which is $9.99, and $9.99, not $999. If it was an in-person conference where you got to fly out, hotel, and all that, probably would be $999. And then the VIP access is $49.99. $49.99. So it's not $4,999. So definitely go over to GSD, Get Shit Done.xyz. But before that, I want to show you guys a little trailer that I've created for the Get Shit Done Summit. So I'm going to hop off and show you guys the trailer. In 2016, I had the idea of hosting a new event, a celebration, learning experience, teaching experience to motivate dreamers and highlight doers. 3 months after I had that idea, the Get Shit Done Summit was born.
We got Get Shit Done Summit. Say what up, everybody.
Why is, how do we even quantify or calculate qualified value? And how we kind of infuse our own definitions of that. So at least with my nonprofit, I always like to say, well, yeah, I take the money that we raise and invest it in women and girls of color to build and sustain wealth. Your return on investment is having a more productive economy, and that's what your ROI is. So my value is different. It's not necessarily that you need to make a return on investment in the traditional.
Stuff, and they don't care about your well-being. They might not care about the fact that you might not be okay, or they might not care that you have a lot on your plate. So, how do you know when enough is enough?
Well, I feel when enough is enough, and I had to learn this the hard way because I those things describe me perfectly. I'm a people pleaser and I don't say no. But what I had to learn quickly from other entrepreneurs is that every time you say no, you make room for the yeses that you need.
Everyone loved it so much, we brought it back again in 2017.
How market fit and blah 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 blah. Segmentation, like all the shit that I talk about now, like that you hear a lot of VCs talk about, whatever. But it first starts with like a grid. It's gotta be an unconventional grid. It's gotta be something that, oh god. I just did a talk in Aruba last week and the theme was obsession. If you're not just obsessed, like if it's not oozing from you, I don't trust you as a founder. How about that? I'm investing now. If you're not obsessed, get the fuck out of my face. Maybe that's a little too intense.
Yeah, but I'm not really good at this, right? So as a business owner, it helps you say, well, I'm not really good at this, so I need to start outsourcing this. So I need to find someone, bring someone on my team who is great at this so I can work in my genius and stay in my lane. And so it'll force you to see that this is a weakness and you need to do something about it. Maintain balance. Balance is a myth, okay? So all you people out there like, yeah, I'm trying to have balance in my life.
Then in 2018, we took it 100% online. Alrighty guys, we're gonna kick it off right now. So again, thank you very much everyone that's participating in the GSD Summit. This is the very first time we're doing the whole summit online. So to start off, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background about myself and the summit.
That all the cards are stacked against me. How can I really put myself in the best position? And it really requires you like super doubling down and focusing. And people will say, have tunnel vision and do this, that. But it's really hard. I think that I know for me, and I'm just gonna speak for me, but by nature as a human being, like I'm lazy, I get tired, I get distracted, like these are all normal human things.
And with Colette, she talked about that internal work that we have to do and how we have to be mindful and present to what we're thinking. A lot of people think that a budget is a burden or a sacrifice that is getting in the way of what you want. And if you think that in your bones, like in your heart of hearts, you think that your budget is getting in the way of what you want, you are not going to budget consistently. It's impossible. If you have negative thoughts about budgeting, you're going to just be a yo-yo.
All right, y'all, I'm back. I know that trailer was amazing, but the one tomorrow is gonna blow you guys away because it's gonna give you a behind the scenes look at what to expect when you go on to the actual conference. And the reason, and a lot of people were asking me, why don't you just bring it back in person? You're back in New York, why don't you just do this conference back in person? And I thought about it on all the factors of why online conferences and online events allow more accessibility, right? People that can't a lot of big conferences are happening all over the world right now, and all over in the different states and cities and different continents. And even if the conference is live streamed, there's not much engagement with the folks that are watching the live stream. You're just watching the video. But what if we could take it a level up so that the people that are not physically able to come to the event or the conference because of financial reasons, childcare, work schedules, there is a big socioeconomic factor into who gets to go to these events and these places You know, not a lot of people can afford to take a week off of work, a 3-day work, 3 days off of work to fly to another state. Then they have to pay for hotel. If they have kids, what's happening with those kids? They have to pay for childcare. Not a lot of people have these opportunities. If you're physically not able because of a disability to come out your house and go to these places and engage in these conferences, you lose out. You lose out on a lot. So how can we make conferences and events and content and information more accessible and readily available to people that for various reasons can't come out, or is just going to make it a lot more difficult for them to come out? I know myself, you know, when I first started in the ecosystem, going to events and workshops and hackathons and conferences, it was easy, right? It was just me. Sometimes I had my little son with me. He was about 3-4 years old at the time. Now I have 2 children. Happy hours after work? No. Let's do less of those. You know, after work networking events get difficult. You know, invite me to an 11 a.m. networking event when everybody's at school. Perfect. Right? So we have to factor in all of these things that create gaps of access for individuals. And with technology, you know, going to a Zoom webinar, that's cool and all, but how can we make the events really feel like, you know, you're getting the connections that you would achieve and meet people in the same function that you would in an in-person event? You know, you're going away with like swag, goodie bags, items, and tools that you could apply. How do we make sure that you're retaining the information and you're just not kind of having it be there, right? And a lot of this methodology is what we think of when we have podcasts, right? People listening to the audio and they're able to communicate back slightly, or even on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, you're posting something and people could respond. But how can we make it real-time engagement, real-time relationship building? And that's what we have at the GSD Summit. Super amazing platform that we're going to be using. So we're using 2 platforms, Webinar Jam and Remo. And guys, you do not want to miss the Get Shit Done Summit. And I'll be doing a live every single day, which is just today, tomorrow, and Friday before the GSD Summit. So check out on all my social medias tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I drop that commercial that's going to blow you away, and make sure that you get your ticket to the Get Shit Done Summit 2019. All right, guys, I'm hopping off for the night, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, to talk a little bit more. And tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a workshop, so you can see more of a behind the scenes of what to expect from the 2019 Get Shit Done Summit. Thanks. Good night.